So many people were expecting Diablo IV to be the spiritual successor to Diablo II, and in the meanwhile we had Diablo II Resurrected to hold off the hordes, and now we see Diablo IV in all its glory in the beta version. We can finally find out whether Joe Shelley has been doing by us right with Diablo IV. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So we can see the Diablo IV gameplay. You know, a lot has changed since the game was first unveiled 3 years ago, and the game was played by many content creators at BlizzCon. And you know, we saw the gameplay back then. We had the nice interface, we had the abilities and spells, and everything was in a nice, neat little package. Now, back then when I saw Diablo 4 in 2019, I thought, you know, this is shaping up to be a real successor to Diablo 2. It's gonna have realistic, gritty graphics. It's gonna have really punchy, really weighty, really satisfying gameplay, and you know, and maybe even the developers are committing to making a in-depth game like Path of Exile or Diablo 2. We're gonna have really in-depth itemization, lots of unique rares, unique legendaries. We're not gonna have this set nonsense from Diablo 3 where everyone's a winner and everyone gets the items. It's not really that hard to get what you want. But more along the lines of Diablo 2, where items really felt valuable. They felt hard to get, and when you got them, they felt really, really rewarding when you got them. But, you know, what we're seeing in Diablo 4 is just a repeat of Diablo 3. This game is Diablo 3.5. It's unbelievable. They've taken the graphics from Diablo 2 Resurrected, they've slapped them on top of Diablo 3, and what we have is Diablo 3 reskinned. It's D3R, guys. Diablo 3 reskinned. And now, I'm not being satirical here. You know, my voice might sound like I'm just taking the piss, but I'm 100% serious right now. BlizzId has done it again. They've taken our expectations, shoved them up their ass, and just given us a microtransaction piece of shit, which is what Diablo 4 will definitely be in the few months to come after its release. You know, you were expecting a Diablo 2 spiritual sequel, let's call it. You were expecting the sequel to this game to be next level. You were expecting it to be the best game of the decade. Let's face it. That's what you wanted. What did you get? You got Diablo Immortal 1.5. Look at the user interface of this game. I mean, come on, like, this game looks like Diablo Immortal. It's got nice graphics. Yes, I will give it that. It's got nice graphics. However, even then, look at the abilities and effects. They're colorful, they're purple, they're orange, they're bright red. It just does not fit the aesthetic of these graphics. Now, that's just the most minor of complaints with this. Look at the itemization and look at the skills. The skills are League of Legends skills with cooldowns. You know, League of Legends is not what we want to play when we pick up Diablo 4, guys. We want to play Diablo, okay? You know? It doesn't have to be Path of Exile. It doesn't have to be Chris Wilson's Fever Dream. It can be its own thing, guys. It can be Diablo 4. It doesn't have to be Path of Exile. You know, I'm a casual player. I barely play games more than 100 hours most games. I'm a filthy casual. Let's face it, I'm a casual. Even I can see the problems with this game that is called Diablo 4. You know, it's not gonna have that meat on the bone clearly, it's not gonna have that meat on the bone. Yes, it's gonna have nice visuals, more or less nice visuals. But I mean, they need to sort out the interface. Why'd they change it from BlizzCon? I mean, why'd they do that? You know, this game is shaping up to be a letdown, of course. You know, Blizzard has let us down more times than we can count. And, you know, Diablo 4 is gonna be the same story. People are shilling it on Reddit. They're bootlicking. They're saying, I like the game, so your opinion is wrong. You know, that's all you hear. That's all you hear. Just over and over again. People don't like other people's opinions. That's clear. That's what you hear all day long on Reddit. But the fact is, Diablo 4 is not what we were hoping for. Let's just face it. Let's be honest with ourselves. Diablo 4 is not what we wanted. It's Diablo 3.5. It's Diablo Immortal 1.5. The game clearly needs for Joe Shelley to be fired. That's clear as day. Clear as day. Blizzard should just suck it up and hire Chris Wilson. Just kidding. Just kidding. They should, you know, sit down with some of these streamers with their ideas. You know what I mean? Sit down with Mr. Llama SC. Sit down with No Life Creparian. Sit down with Quinn69. Sit down with, you know, you can even sit down with that, you know, that World of Warcraft guy, whatever his name is. Asmongold, you know, he's a soy shill, but, you know, he might even give you some good ideas. You know, sit down with these streamers, see what they have to say, and improve upon your game. You can't have legendaries dropping at level 10, okay? Oh, okay? I'm a casual player. I can see the problems with this. You cannot have legendaries dropping at level 10. It's just clear to me that this is all wrong. It's not going to be a long-lasting, in-depth game. People are going to play the campaign and then they're going to shut it down. They're going to uninstall it and they're never going to play it again. If you want this game to have lasting appeal, you're going to have to sort out these problems with the skills, with the items. Forget your cosmetics, forget your character creation screen, and actually make the game. Make it a game. You know what I mean? Make it a game. It needs to be a game. You got the nice production, but, you know, clearly there are real problems with the way you are designing the gameplay of this game. And, you know, there's even little things like the barbarian sound effects. They're not satisfying. It's not satisfying to hear a knife cutting, you know, a straw, you know, a scarecrow, you know what I mean? Like, the sound effect should feel like you're cutting flesh. You're cutting flesh from bone. Not, it should be more like, not, it sounds like you're cutting metal or something like that. You know, it's not satisfying. It doesn't have that impact, you know what I mean? Diablo 3.5 will not be a long-lasting game. Path of Exile 2 will destroy it, clearly. And, you know, that's just the facts. So, you know, we're probably expecting this. The Reddit shills will shill it. People will pretend they enjoy it. They'll play it once, and the game will die. And that's just the way it's gonna go. Goodbye.